Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and to another Sims 4 apartment renovation. So if you guys have been watching the channel the past couple of weeks, you will have noticed that I've been very much in my Sims 2 era, mood, whatever you want to call it. And I've only been posting Sims 2 videos. I've been posting, I think I've posted like 2 videos in the Sims 2, but I've also been very quiet. But anyway, either way, we're back with The Sims 4 today, and I wanted to get back to this apartment that I actually started working on a couple of, I don't want to say months ago because it hasn't been months, it's been a couple of weeks, I think. Yeah, it has been a couple of weeks, maybe like the beginning of August, I think I started this apartment. But basically, we're back in Myshuno. We're in the arts quarter and we're furnishing the 122 Hakim house apartment. Now, this apartment is one for my save file, as you could probably tell from the title. But this apartment is another one of those where I did the original one that I have in my save. I did the original one years and years and years ago, like just after City Living came out, before I even had my YouTube channel, so there's no video of it. And yeah, I mean, I did it years ago. I did a creator sim of this family, which is one of the first videos on my channel actually, is the creator sim of this family. And I will not be leaving it linked. I mean, it's still up on my channel if you really want to go and like search for it. But I will not be leaving it linked because I watched it the other day and it is the most cringy thing ever. Like, you could really tell how just awkward I was at the beginning. I'm still awkward, but how much worse it was at the beginning of my channel because I wasn't used to talking to a microphone. I wasn't used to doing voiceovers. I wasn't used to speaking English like much at all. So it was very scripted and just awkward. So I will not be leaving it linked, but it is up on my channel somewhere if you want to find it. But this is the apartment for the Harley family, and it's actually a grandmother and her 3 grandkids. Now, like I said, I did the original one years ago, and I've actually recently been going through and kind of redoing a couple of the City Living apartments that I did, like I said, years ago. I'm even doing it with a couple of the builds as well. I'm working on a few where I did the original one years ago, and I don't think I did videos of most of the ones that I'm redoing. So I'm going in and I'm kind of like redoing those for my save, just because the original ones were done years ago. We've gotten a lot of packs and a lot of like updates for like build stuff, like build features like platforms and all of those things since I did those builds. And also because I'm a lot better at building than I was years ago. I think I did this build, like the original one, in like 2017 or something. So it definitely needed a redo. So yeah, we're going back and redoing a couple of my older builds for my save just because they need it. So we're with the Harley family today. And the grandmother Cecily she is an elder, but she is very, I made it so that her age, like she's very recently turned an elder, I think. So yeah, I think she's an elder. Yeah, I think she is an elder. I honestly, like I said, I created this family years ago. I have gone in and updated them, obviously, with all of the new creator sim features that we've gotten over the years, and all of those things like family dynamics and everything like that. But I've also updated, all of their skills and, etc, etc. But Cecily used to be a pastry chef, and she actually used to be a very, very good one. Like, in my head, she worked at some of the top restaurants in Myshuno, and she was like one of the best. So she made a nice bit of money. She was married as well. I did create in my save file, I did create her husband and like unalived him for the storyline so that I could have his urn and so that he would be in the family tree. Now, I can't remember what I made him be like as a career, but I know they were fairly well off because they do live in a very nice apartment. They live in quite a nice sized apartment as well. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment, so it's quite big, especially considering they only ever had one kid. So they had their son, whose name, again, I cannot remember for the life of me, but I did create him. and I created his wife so that again they would be in the family tree, and so that I could make the 3 grandkids actually related to Cecily, because you can't set in creatism, if you create a new family, you can't set relationships like grandmother or grandfather or aunt or uncle unless you have the parents as well, which is very irritating, by the way. But yeah, so I did create Cecily's son and his wife and unalive them again because I needed their urns. And yeah, so I did do that in my save. But basically Cecily like lost her husband, and then a few months after that she lost her son and his wife in a very tragic accident. I think I made it so that they, honestly, I can't remember what I made them die of. But either way, she lost her husband and then her son and his wife, which left her with her 3 grandkids. So she is now raising her 3 grandkids, and they're kind of like, she's basically devoting all of her time and like energy into raising them and kind of like trying to take care of them and get them through this hard thing as well. So yeah, that's what she's been doing. She has retired from being a pastry chef. In my head, you know, maybe she retired just before she lost her husband, or maybe just after it. So she does have all of the time in the world now to take care of her grandkids and to raise them and all of that stuff. So yeah, she's, you know, very happy with them. I mean, obviously she's still sad and all of that stuff, and the kids are still sad, but they at least have their grandma who loves taking care of them. And she has gone and kind of like redid all of the I guess you could say guest rooms, and made it so that they would feel welcome and that they would feel like, you know, this is their house now too. So you will see throughout the whole apartment, I tried to go for a very rustic, very wooden, a little bit outdated vibe with a lot of the furniture, just because I figured, you know, it would have been 2 older people living here, and they've probably lived here for a while, like years and years. Maybe it's where their son grew up as well. So they've been in this apartment forever. And, you know, they have all of their old furniture. A lot of it looks like it's been maybe thrifted, or maybe they're like antiques that they've gotten from antique auctions or stuff like that. So there's a lot of like, I guess, older looking clutter and pieces and stuff like that everywhere. But then I wanted to make it look like the kitchen has maybe been redone, the bathrooms have all been redone over the years, you know, all of that stuff. The stuff that you would realistically maybe redo. Like, you know, if you live in the same place for like 30 years, you'll probably end up redoing the kitchen and the bathrooms at least once in that time. So yeah, so I wanted to do that. I did do all of the bathrooms off camera, by the way, but I will show you guys them on the video tour at the end. But there is 3 of them. We have one that's an ensuite to the main bedroom. We have one in the hallway. And then we have one right by the front door, which also has access. It doesn't have access, but it's right next to the laundry room as well. So there is laundry in this apartment. And yeah, I wanted to make this feel very homey, very welcoming, very warm as well. So there's a lot of brown in this apartment. A lot of brown, some green, some orange. And then the kids' rooms, I tried to make very personalized. I tried to make it look like, you know, Cecily has really gone out of her way. Maybe they've brought some of their old stuff from their old house where they lived with their parents. And then other things, you know, maybe she's bought for them, or, you know, stuff like that. So even though the walls are very neutral and definitely fit the vibe of the apartment itself, I try to bring in color and, you know, clutter and like all of those personalized items for the kids, which I will show you guys once we get to their not their apartments, their bedrooms. But right now we're actually working on the main bedroom. And I wanted to use this trick with the spandrels and the columns to make like wooden beams on the ceiling in this apartment. And I don't know why I decided to keep this feature, because that's something that I did in the original apartment before we could paint the ceilings. I did that because I wanted it to look very rustic and old, like they have wooden beams in their ceiling, which again probably wouldn't make sense in a modern building like this apartment building, but you know, we're just going to suspend belief with that one. But I wanted to keep that feature from the original apartment because I liked the way it looked. I liked having the bed, like the bed in this kind of like alcove almost, and then the 2 bedside tables to the side with the hanging lights over them. I don't know, I like that from the original apartment. So I did something similar in this one. Obviously I used different things and it's a little bit more updated, but I do really love the way it turned out. I love this main bedroom, like I absolutely love the way it turned out, and it also has an ensuite like I mentioned. And then there's 3 grandkids. I don't think I mentioned that yet, but there's 3 grandkids. 2 of them are children and another one is a toddler. So the oldest child is actually Ileana, and then we have Brady, who's the only boy. But we have Brady, who's also a child. He's just a little bit younger than his sister. And then we have the little toddler, Erica, as well. So we're working on Ileana's bedroom first. This is the, like, very purple, pink, and yellow bedroom, which I absolutely love. Both of the kids are in the Scouts as well. And Ileana is a little bit more into... I don't know, I can't exactly remember. I know I wrote it down in my spreadsheet where I keep track of all of my Sims stuff for my save. But she is very artistic, so I do end up giving her a little creativity table and, you know, some more artisty stuff. I try to make her room look a little bit older as well than her brother's, because, I don't know, I wanted it to look like she's still a child, obviously. So I do put like a big stuffed animal in there. I put obviously the creativity table and the child violin, but I wanted to make it look like she's a little bit more in the tween stage. So she's probably around like 11 or 12, maybe 13. And yeah, I'm thinking more like 12-ish. And then her brother is actually a little bit younger, so he's maybe around like 9 or so, 9, 10. I'm thinking more like 9. So yeah, he does have bunk beds. Obviously he's the only one in his bedroom, but he does have bunk beds for whenever his friends come to stay over. So he has his bunk beds. He is very into void critters as well, so I do end up giving him the void critter station thing from the kids room stuff pack. I also in my save go in and actually give him some void critter cards in his inventory as well, and then just a bunch of like void critter and robot decorations around his room. So his room is very like blue and green. And I also used the bed and the bunk bed from, I believe, yeah, they came with Growing Together, and they have that dinosaur swatch of the bedspread. I used that, and then I also used the matching rug that we got in the base game update when we got infants. So his room is very like dinosaur, you know, dinosaur, void critter, robot themed, which I actually really like. So yeah, we have his room. And then the last bedroom that we're going to be working on is going to be the toddler's bedroom, Erica's. And her bedroom is a little bit smaller than the others, obviously. But she does have, obviously, you know, her bed. I put down a size down dollhouse in there as well. That does work. By the way, I did play test it. It does work size down. So we have a doll's house for her. We have a couple of other toys and stuff, blocks. And then I also put a changing table in there as well. And then I also give her this like tent thing in this little alcove that I have, or like weird little corner that I had. I put that tent in there that you probably would usually put maybe like outside for your kids and toddlers to play in. But I think it came with Dream Home Decorator, if I'm not mistaken. I do think it came with Dream Home Decorator. And I just put that in there because maybe it's something that's come from their old house that used to be outside, and it's one of her favorite things to play in. So, you know, her grandmother didn't want to get rid of it, so she put it in her room so she can play in there. Even though she doesn't have a yard anymore, she can still play with that because, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff like that. And then obviously throughout the whole apartment there's also a lot of kids stuff everywhere, and toys and clutter and stuff. So yeah, I wanted to, like I said, to make it look very lived in and all of that stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed how this build turned out. We're almost to the end of it, but I hope you liked how this build turned out. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. Now, I do just want to say that I am going to give you guys a quick little update on the real life stuff. So if you don't want to hear anything about that, then feel free to like mute the video and, you know, just ignore me for a second. But I do just want to say that I am going through a little bit of a hard time right now. And I'm not saying this for sympathy or anything like that. But I just want to mention that if videos are a little bit more sporadic the next couple of weeks, the whole of August has been very sporadic with uploads just because it's been a very difficult month for me. And I'm recording this on the 26th, and tomorrow the 27th would have actually been my mom's birthday. And this is the first birthday ever that we've had, obviously, since she's been gone. Now, I think you guys are going to be seeing this on the 27th as well. But I just wanted to let you guys know if I'm a little bit quiet or anything like that, if I'm not on social media as much, that would be why. Also, if videos are a little bit more like spread out and, you know, slower to come out, that is also why. And also, I really am enjoying The Sims 2 a lot. Like, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm having some crashing issues when I build, but that's just Sims 2 stuff. So, if I post a couple more Sims 2 videos, like, just watch them, or don't watch them if you don't want to see them. But I might be posting some more Sims 2 videos in the next coming weeks because, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I go through these phases with The Sims 2 where I want to play nothing but The Sims 2 for a couple of weeks, and then I'm back to The Sims 4. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and just wanted to give you a quick little update. You can still reach me on Twitter and Discord and all of that stuff. All of those links are below as usual. I'll also have the download link for this apartment, tray files, all of that stuff. Tray files will be up for channel members and then be going up on Tumblr in 3 weeks for everyone. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and jump on into the game and into the tour of this apartment. Okay, so here we are in the apartment. This is a little top-down view of it in case you guys want to see the layout. But yeah, so here we have the layout of the apartment. I'm going to turn the grid on really quickly as well. But yeah, so let's get on into this. These are actually the Sims as well, by the way. Like, you know, I did put them in here to playtest the apartment. But yeah, these are the Sims. But yeah, so you come into the apartment, obviously. Have a little entryway with, you know, some mail and all of that stuff. You know, coats and everything that you would need. Have a little mirror, the thermostat, some more storage. A little piano as well, because Cecily does like playing the piano. And then you have right to your right, I think, yeah, to your right as you come into the apartment, you have a bathroom right at the front, a nice full bathroom, toilet, sink, bathtub, all of that stuff. And then next to it, you have the laundry room as well. So your Sims can do laundry if you want to. If you don't want to play with that, then just delete the machines and make sure to delete all of the laundry baskets that I have in the bathrooms as well. But yeah, so going back around this way, this is where we have a little like family computer space, you know, some, you know, space for the kids to maybe play some computer games, you know, all of that stuff, a little desk space. We also have a kind of like not really formal dining space, but a little bit bigger of a dining space, I guess you could say. So we have a nice 6-seater dining table. We have the parenthood board as well. We have a couple of places for them to put up some maybe like family pictures and stuff like that. And then a little half hallway to the main bedroom. But yeah, off of this hallway, we also have the other bathroom that I told you about. That's a little bit more like, it's a little bit more kiddish. Like, you know, you have a little like sheep bath mat and all of that stuff. But it's another full bathroom. And going back this way first, we actually have the living room space. So we have a nice big living room. Obviously, you know, fireplace, TV, a lot of seating, a lot of clutter as well. Like I mentioned, you know, knitting clutter, kids clutter. We have a little like toddler tablet. I have a games console in here as well. Some more toys, and I have a little keepsake box up here as well from the Growing Together pack. Some like homemade cards that the kids maybe made, and you know, just some more storage and nice comfortable sofas. Like, I wanted to make the living room look a little bit more mismatched. Like, you know, none of these things really go together, but they all go together in the end, if that makes sense. Like, they have the same vibe, even though they don't necessarily match perfectly, if that makes sense. But yeah, so over here we also have a little breakfast area. So we have 3 seats. We also have a little like high chair for the toddler as well. And then we have the big kitchen. So they do have quite a big kitchen because obviously, like I mentioned, Cecily is a retired pastry chef. So she probably cooks a lot. She loves cooking. She loves cooking. She loves baking. And they do have a double oven. They have, you know, obviously they have a dishwasher as well. They did have a dishwasher. They're supposed to have a dishwasher over there. It must have deleted when I placed the thing down again. But yeah, so I have the fridge, you know, coffee machine. I also put down these lunch boxes. The Always Has a Snack Bag lunch boxes that we recently got with a update or an STX drop. And I just sized them down a little bit because the original size of them is quite big. So I sized them down a bit. And I wanted to make it look like, you know, those are the two kids' lunch boxes. So we have that. We have a, you know, couple of bags hanging. We have a trash chute as well. I did playtest this. It does work. It does work like a trash can. So yeah, that should be totally fine. But yeah, that is the main living space. And then going back down the hallway, we actually have the main bedroom that I showed you guys. But yeah, this is obviously Cecily's bedroom. Nice big bed. Like I said, I wanted to use this spandrel and column trick to make it look like it's kind of set back into an alcove. But yeah, we have the bedroom, have a couple of dresses. I have a couple of these open wardrobe like clothes rack things as well with some clutter on it. And then she does have her own bathroom as well. So we have a bathroom over here that this thing is actually poking through, which it's not supposed to. I will make sure that it's not doing that on the version on the gallery. But yeah, we have another full bathroom for her that's kind of like obviously ensuite to the main bedroom. And then right next door to it, we actually have the toddler's bedroom. This is Erica's bedroom, so we have a little changing table for her, some toys. I have that like play tent thing that I told you guys about. We have a size down doll's house, you know, toddler bed, all of that stuff. Very cute, very colorful. And then at the back, we have two identical bedrooms, like they're the exact same size and shape, where the two kids are actually staying. So this is Ileana's bedroom, the oldest child. So yeah, she is a little bit more autistic. So she has the art table. She has, obviously, like I also mentioned in the voiceover, she's supposed to be a little bit older. So she's still a child, but she's a little bit older, obviously, than her brother. So yeah, she has some mess on the floor. She has a little like egg chair that I absolutely love. And it's very pink and purple and yellow, which is not the color scheme that I go for all that often. I don't tend to use purple and yellow together a lot, but I loved this desk and then how well it goes with this bedspread. So yeah, that's her bedroom. And then right next door to it is her younger brother Brady's bedroom. And he does have bunk beds, like I mentioned, but the top one, or maybe the bottom one, is mostly used for when his friends come to stay over. So yeah, he's really into void critters. So he has a lot of like void critter decals on the walls and like posters. And he's also really into robots and stuff. So he has a couple of pictures of robots and he has that decal over there. And I also gave him the void critter station, like I mentioned. But yeah, that is basically the entire apartment, you guys. If you want to download it, it will be up on the gallery. And I will have all of the download information in the description as usual. But yeah, that is going to be it from me for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I want to give a huge thank you to my channel members as well. I really appreciate all of the support on, you know, channel memberships and just support on my videos recently as a whole as well from everyone. I really do appreciate all of it. But I hope you're all having a great day and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you on my very next video. Bye everyone.